Told you I'd get a stream in. So I'm gonna talk about this Kyrie Irving thing, and I'm gonna talk about some other things pertaining to Kyrie Irving, the misconception of Kyrie Irving stance, and the misconception of what my stance was, and how you had people try to call themselves, having an attitude towards you because of your stance. But nevertheless, let's begin. All right, so Kyrie Irving made his return to the court for the first time in who knows what. Now, Kyrie Irving is allowed to play in road games, but he's not allowed to play, he's not allowed to play in any home games because of strict New York policy pertaining to, taking the potion, which, by the way, that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. I may talk about that on my other channel. My question is, does Madison Square Garden count as a road game for the Brooklyn Nets? It should be, which means he should be able to play because the Brooklyn Nets play in Brooklyn. That's nothing but a subway ride to Madison Square Garden where's Madison Square Garden? Under Penn Station, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. But man, it took Kyrie Irving a little bit of time to get a feel of the game, but by the second half, he got it going. I mean, he looked great. He looked great. He scored 22 points. I was kind of wondering what the reaction was going to be when he hit the court for the first time. Didn't really seem like nobody was really tripping off of it. Didn't see any grandstanding or people trying to play the self-righteous game about, the potion and everything. So for the most part, he played in peace. Now, I don't know what the Brooklyn Nets schedule is. I don't know if they have away game versus the New York Knicks. I would have to look and see, but Kyrie looked good. So now, depending on what happens later on, I really think that something more than likely will be worked out to where I think Kyrie Irving will be able to play fully, just play home games and away games. I think something may be worked out. But to me, the whole thing about Kyrie Irving, and I didn't want it to come across as this, but you gotta think to yourself, to me, Kyrie Irving, somewhere probably behind the scenes, is giving everybody the middle finger. When everybody was, pissing on him and putting him down and attacking him and character assassinating him because of his stance and how he felt about, taking the potion, they big mad. And Stephen A. Smith probably gonna come on First Fake talking to gang and you know what. But that's okay. Because at the end of the day, I am declaring Kyrie Irving the winner, because at the end of the day, he still made it to the court. And he gonna get game checks now. And I didn't want it to come down to a victory, but some people made it that way. They were pushing that notion. And Kyrie Irving never told anybody not to take the potion. He said his personal preference, that he didn't feel comfortable. And that's kind of like the same thing that happened with me. And then everybody went after him to a certain degree. And the funny thing was, the teammates were happy to have him out there. You have to understand, the media like to cause division, and problems. Animosity, that's what they do. And his teammates seem to be happy to have him out there. But like I said, Kyrie never told people not to, take the potion. And that was sort of my stance on it. And I did my research, and I spoke on why I had my reservations about messing with the potion. But you had a couple of people, that's supposed to be my so-called black brothers, trying to attack me and character assassinate me in behind it. You know, but it was in particularly, one dude. I'm not gonna say his name, and don't say his name in the comment section because we don't give people no free advertisement. But it was some old punk ass nigga like popping off at the mouth like he always do, only good for talking shit over a chat line. Made a video talking about I was cooning for Bob Arum and I hated Bob Arum and all this stuff, and I never cooned in my life for Bob Arum. Said I was Bob Arum's errand boy, and all that. But then when I called to confront that punk ass nigga about it, he changed his whole tune. But he dude is a sucker anyway. But he a sucker. He truly have chick tendencies. If he don't agree with you or he don't like what you have to say, he throw a temper tantrum. You know what I'm saying? Get mad and try to insult you. Who does that? I don't try to insult my audience if they disagree with me. The only time I get rowdy is when they try to disrespect me. But yeah, dude just had a lot of like chick tendencies. But at the end of the day, I blocked his ass. He don't. But unfortunately, Goodfella Sports said something that was real important. It just seemed like every time black people try to put something together, it don't seem to work out because it's always one rotten apple or two rotten apples that have an ulterior motive where they ain't really in it for what the purpose is. They using it as possibly, something else. They use it as a main line to do something else. But they'll try to pretend that they down with the movement. And as I said before, it is what it is, and that's unfortunate. Because I know what it's like to want to be part of something, and then you feel like, hey, a lot of people got on board for the wrong intentions and trying to use the hub, use the LDBC as a hub to put some other kind of propaganda out, which I warn people about the midget. Like I say, dude, the fakest nigga out there, man. Now all of a sudden, this dude is wearing all this Nipsey Hussle gear. But when I was coming to LA, when Nipsey Hussle was still alive, and I asked the midget, had he ever been by the Marathon store, he told me no. Then when Nipsey passes, all of a sudden he want to wear a Crenshaw and Nipsey Hussle gear. Like I said, dude is hella fake. Now all of a sudden he got this vendetta against Al Heyman, and the PBC. I mean, man, whatever. But yeah, I know what it's like to be around like suckers though. But that's what happened with me. Some burnt bacon looking ass nigga I kept like giving this dude pass after pass, just like turning a blind eye to the situation, just overlooking it, just not saying nothing. But then I noticed some black people have this notion, they think when you not saying something and you just being cool, that they think that they punking you or something. I can't be punked by no goofy ass Negro. But then they think you weak and stuff. But actually at the end of the day, you just giving them a pass because you don't want to like really launch a missile on them. But that's the same thing that happened with me and that dude from Atlanta. That's what happened with me and that dude from Atlanta. Same thing with him. You can't have a simple discussion with him without him trying to like disrespect you and be condescending and stuff. And but the thing is, niggas, they don't do that with white people. They don't do that with white people. They don't do that with non-blacks, but then they try to be disrespectful and condescending to their own and stuff. And then, dude kept like disrespecting me. And then I checked that nigga. So, I mean, it is what it is. But getting back to But that's just the point I was trying to make. How people did Kyrie Irving, talking this fake stuff about putting your teammates at risk. Well, as you guys can see, they didn't been another another outbreak, and people have took the potion and took the booster seat, and they still didn't got that stuff. But I don't want to make it about that, but a lot of people, they just can't take their L about that situation. But then it's always been this notion, and I talked about this with my homeboy Torian Rain. And shout out to the homie Torian Rain. I'm pretty sure Torian Rain is around. He'll do a video probably on Kyrie and Stephen A. Smith, because Stephen A. Smith somewhere big mad. But my boy Torian Rain, and me and him had a conversation. Like, he took the potion, and like I told him, that's his decision. I didn't have a problem with it, and he explained why he did it, which he didn't owe me no explanation, but I appreciated it. But he broke it down, and I was like, I'm okay with that. But we was talking about, and he respect my decision when I told him, hey, I don't know about that. And then how the media would try to twist your words when you would say, hey man, I want to do my own research. I want to do my own research. I'm not just going by what Dr. Falsely say. Dr. Falsely, why is he the end all be all? And then you didn't have just the thing is just a mess now. But they get mad when a black person say they want to do their own research, because they mad because a black person has opened up his eyes to, like, no, I'm not going by just what you say. I'm not going by that because it's fact, because I'm white and I say so. Or why won't you listen to our lapdog, Negro whispers? So that strikes fear into them. It strikes fear, because they like, dang, the most dangerous thing in the world to the white man is a black man or a black woman that can think. And they had been bothered by that, and that's why they'll say, oh, well, I'm not gonna go, I'm not gonna do it. I want to do my own research. Oh, you're anti. And they put this label, and they label you as anti when you're not. Or when you say, hey man, I don't want to do it right now, or I don't feel comfortable doing it, and you're not telling nobody else to do it or not to do it, but you still labeled as anti. And that's what they did to Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving never told nobody. He said, hey, this is my body. He said, I want to do more research, and he got labeled anti. And then you had these people coming after him, character assassinating him. And then they only was really going after him where there were several white players, Carson Wentz, Kirk Cousins, and then John Stockton has flat out. And then Aaron Rodgers, once again, is talking, about the potion. But they ain't coming after him, but everybody was fixated on just Kyrie Irving, demonizing Kyrie Irving. And I give Kyrie Irving credit. They was waiting for Kyrie Irving. They was waiting for Kyrie Irving to snap so they could try to portray him as the angry black man. But Kyrie Irving just kept to himself. He would post something on social media, something subliminal. And that's another thing. Kyrie Irving was scaring people with his intelligence. Now, I know he said the earth was flat. I think he was BSing. I think he was BSing. But, people took that and ran with it. But you had people just totally going after him. Totally going after him. And with the hatred and vitriol. And then they tallying up coon after coon. Just like they had some new bad wench on there talking bad on Kyrie Irving, talking about he's selfish, and you should be selfish when it comes to what go in your motherfucking body. Absolutely, you sure should. You sure should. Look, and I don't mean to sound mean when people say, well, you know, this happened to my friend, this happened to my cousin, this happened to, hey, my heart goes out to your cousin, my heart goes out to your whatever. But that don't necessarily mean that that's going to happen to me. Then you have to ask yourself, are you taking care of yourself? Are you taking this serious? I never said I didn't take it seriously. Never said that. I ain't been playing around with this stuff. Never said I didn't take it seriously. Never said that it was a hoax. So you have to ask that question. And like I said, I already told you what happened to my son. But see, people don't want to hear that. Nobody said that it wasn't real. But you have to ask yourself, was people taking precaution? They sat up there and took that stepped-on potion and I don't want to go too deep into that because I would have put myself in a position. But all I'm saying was Kyrie Irving never told people not to do it. Just like I was just telling people, hey, at the end of the day, don't be pressured into doing it if you don't want to do it. If you look for every loophole you can, you know, if you don't feel comfortable. Now, where I'm at, my job, they ain't tried to mandate nothing, but you know, of course, they've been harassing us. They've been harassing us about it. And one of my coworkers went off on them. This Hispanic lady, I can't even tell y'all what she said. Well, sorry to hear that. Like I said, my son took the potion. And like I said, I told y'all what happened. And you know what happened to him. Still got it. Was laid out like for 10 days. And I was pissed off about it. First person I called was you know, the people. You know, my peoples. So I'm just saying this character assassination they tried to do to Kyrie Irving by using black people, and black people need to stop being so quick to raise their hand to character assassinate a black man. And shout out to the great actor Clifton Powell. He said something in the interview. He said, I don't believe in tearing down another black man to white media. Now I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what he said. Shout out to the great actor Clifton Powell. Clifton Powell is a guy that played Pinky, Chauncey from Menace to Society, a whole bunch of things. You know, Cuddy from Dead Presidents. So shout out to the great actor Clifton Powell. You know, he from the DMV. You know, he one of the more cooler brothers from the DMV. Can't say that for everybody, but you know, it is what it is. But these Negroes were just falling in line, raising their hand. I mean butter biscuit convention for them dudes on ESPN. And why I don't respect Stephen A. Smith is because he admitted to Corey Holcomb. He said, man, they be making me say this stuff. So that really make me not respect you. And then he ran, and then everybody saw what he did when I confronted him. He took off running. He ran. I mean, you go to Goodfellas Sports TV. He used that as his intro. Stephen A. Smith took off. Took off when I ran up on him. I mean, the dude took up. I mean, Stephen A. Smith took off running like a coward. That should tell you guys his whole character. That should tell you his makeup. You gonna sit up there and you say that stuff, and then somebody can and then I just wanted to have a conversation with him about it. And I just wanted to see, was he really was a man of conviction? Did he really believe what he said? And he showed me by how he took off running. It was just me. I wasn't trying to throw down with him. Because if I wanted to throw down with him, well, I just would have threw down with him. I wasn't trying to you know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to shoot him a fade. Stephen A. Smith ain't got no chance against me. But he took off running, so he just showed me he ain't a man of conviction. And he just showed me that he was full of it. But yet he's sitting up here just, like I said, this man always, he want to go full throttle, hard in the paint, you know what I'm saying, fast and furious, anytime it's a brother. Anytime it's a brother. But then he want to spare the white boys. He always want to spare, well, you know, I think Aaron Rodgers should be suspended. But nah, he don't go in on Aaron Rodgers. I think it's a travesty. He's selfish, and he shouldn't be. It's a disgrace. Aaron Rodgers just flat out said he didn't. He just told a flat out lie. So I'm just saying, Stephen A. Smith, he showed what type of nigga he was. I mean, that dude scooted out of there. That dude scooted out of there. But he the one that was saying on the show he embraced debate. He said, pull up. I pulled up. And he pulled away. I mean, everybody saw what he did. He bounced. Of course he don't give them white boys the same energy. Now, he always soft shoe it. That's what I'm saying, man. Sat up there, he told the truth. You know what I'm saying? But he told the truth about, domestic violence. And they tried, and then Michelle Beadle tried to get him fired. I mean, come on, man. He not ever gonna have the same energy with them white boys. Of course he not. Because he dared to be the Negro whisperer. He getting paid all that money to assassinate and attack mainly black men. Him and every other person on there. Like I said, he have no journalistic integrity whatsoever. Yeah, he is the attack dog. He and see, I'm gonna tell you something else. This Kyrie Irving thing, a lot of them, they really gonna go after Kyrie Irving because you know why? This comes across as an L to them. This comes across as an L to them because they was talking all this stuff. They was trying to force Kyrie Irving and trying to shame him to comply and do what they wanted him to do, and he still found a way to get his ass on the court. And actually, the New Jersey, see what it is, it come across, they looking at it as an L because the the Brooklyn Nets organization buckled and said, you know what, we can't win without him. Let him come back. Let him come back. They see this as an L. That's what it is. The New York Knicks see it as an L. The city of New York see it as an L because he found a way to get back on the court. ESPN see it as an L. They seeing it as, dang, these people don't got that much influence like we think they had. They don't. See, what they try to do is they try to use these Negro puppets as sort of like a magician to like try to hypnotize us and try to brainwash us. But the thing is, Stephen A. Smith and Jamel Hill, they not smart enough. They not smart enough. I would never take advice from that goofy, lame ass bitch Jamel Hill. I would never. She could not like that black man hating bitch. Man, stop it. I'm just keeping it a buck. She the last person that I would listen to. I don't value her opinion at all. Her opinion means about as much to me as when I get ready to use the damn bathroom. Okay? For real. Do you think who listens to Stephen A. Smith? Who listens to Stephen A. Smith? Who listens to Jamel Hill? Jamel Hill, I've been exposed Jamel Hill for being a black man hater and being and another thing, like I said, she need to just go on and come out the closet and just admit to the world what everybody thinks she is and knows what she is. Okay? So she just need to stop it. She always try to find a way to try to sneak this black man. Amanda Seals is the biggest cornball man, and that's another person. Nobody don't listen to Amanda Seals. No, that's a person. She's so irrelevant. Nobody cares about Amanda Seals. For real, nobody. But anyway, appreciate y'all listening to me. I'm about to do a video about this, so stay tuned. Appreciate y'all listening to me. Appreciate the love. I'm out.